최근에 브루노마스 콘서트 나 못 갔다고. 소개할게요. 세븐틴의 뮤비입니다.
Myself wondering what did happen to the last 10. I ran away with my life, fast forward, never turn back again. It's kind of funny that the more we pass time, the more we need to set the rewind. And 19 was the year I had to leave you, but now I'm seeing all the signs. Is this really happening? I can't believe it's true. I'm just as surprised as you. Is this really happening? I can't be too sure, but one day I'll be yours again. Life lessons come one in a dozen. The other 11 give something from nothing. I sit here looking for an answer. Maybe the biggest question was in the last chapter. You gave me the soul I have today. Without you I never could have moved away. But now I see what you teach. I do believe I always should have stayed. Yeah. Is this really happening? I can't believe it's true. I'm just as surprised as you. Is this really happening? I can't be too sure, but one day I'll be yours again. One day I'll be yours. One day I'll be yours. One day I'll be yours. Life lessons come one in a dozen. The other 11 give something from nothing. Life lessons come one in a dozen. The other 11 give something from nothing. Life lessons come one in a dozen. The other 11 give something from nothing. Life changes just open the door. One thing's certain, I'll always.
태영이 형이 너무 보고 싶다고 전해달라고? 알겠어요. 전해줄게요, 제가. 아미들이 형 너무 보고 싶어 한다고. 라이브 좀 켜놓을게요. 최근에 태영이 형 뭐 그 운동하면서 했더만 이것을.
태영 형 앨범 미리 들었냐고? 뭐 태영 형 뭐 그런 소식이 나갔나? 뭐 나는 곡 몇 개 들어봤지. 태용이 형 준비하고 있는 곡 잘해. 좋아. 난 먼저 들었지롱. AI 지민 비형 그 AI도 들어봐. 태영 형이랑 세븐 챌린지 하라고? 아, 태영 형 안 할걸?
Can't believe it's true. I'm just as surprised as you. Is this really happening? I can't be too sure, but one day I'll be yours again. One day I'll be Life lessons come one in a dozen. The other 11 get something from nothing. Life lessons come one in a dozen. The other 11 get something from nothing. Life lessons come one in a dozen. The other 11 get something from nothing. Life changes, just open the door. One thing's certain, I'll always be yours. Is this really happening? I can't believe it's true. I'm just as surprised as you. Is this really happening? I can't be too sure, but one day I'll be yours. Yeah. Is this really happening? I can't believe it's true. I'm just as surprised as you. Is this really happening? I can't be too sure, but one day I'll be yours.
태영이 형 어딨냐고? 태영이 형 뭐 어딘가에 있겠지? 내가 그 멤버들이랑 매번 연락을 하진 않아요, 여러분. 저도 몰라요. 저한테 저기 뭐야, 제가 안부는 전해줄게. 형 어디 있냐고. 아미들이 형 어딘지 찾는데? 이러면서. 태영이 형한테 생방송하라고 전해달라고? 알았어, 말해볼게. 태영이 형이 나랑 라이브도 하고 노래방도 가고 싶다 했다고? 근데 나한테 연락 없던데? 태영이 형 언제 살 거냐고? 같이? 태영이 형이랑 나랑? 모르겠다.
Fly so high, I'm hypnotized.
맞아, 태영이 형 뭐 영상 나왔더라. 잘생겼어, 진짜. 잘생겼어.
What's up is down, what's left is right.
Why? 에? 아, 뭐야? 아, 그래. 아, 오케이. 나 가야 된대. 나 가야 돼. 그 뭐 할 거 있대.
Chasing stars and holding you.
가야 된대. 뭐 맞춰봐야 된대.
Get on board. We're smiling on top of the world. Dangerous times don't fly. Be sure to keep the mountains tight. Fly forever if you keep it tight. Get on board. We're soaring on top of the world. Get on board. We're soaring on top of the world.
I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I've changed for the better this time. I thought I would never be fine. I strive just to say I'm alright, and for the first time in a long time I'm alright. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I'm not falling. I'll push all my chips and call all in. I'll bet on myself, you keep stalling. I hear destiny and it's calling. I'll keep my head up high through the downs and lows, and we're all going life. Still nobody knows, but I'ma choose what's right and take what comes and goes, and ain't no one in life.
아 맞아, 오늘 태영이 형이 그 산업 뜨고 나서 앵콜 전에 왔어요. 태영이 형이 와가지고 이렇게 응원해주고 같이 얘기도 하고 있다가 그냥 있다가 이제 그 이제 산옥 영상이 나가잖아요. 나갈 때 나도 이제 그 본 무대, 그러니까 생방송이 나가고 있을 때 나도 이제 현장에 와 계시는 팬분들이나 아미 여러분들이 있으니까 이제 무대 위에서 무대를 해야 되겠죠? 난 별 생각 없이 올라갔어. 그냥 되게 기분이 이렇게 행복하게 올라가서 무대 하고 내려와야지 하고 올라가는데 갑자기 막 함성이 이렇게 막 터지는 거예요. 그래서 뭐지 하고 봤는데 뒤에 태영이 형이 갑자기 올라가가지고 근데 그 비하인드가 있는 게 그 갑자기 태영이 형이 안무를 알려달라는 거예요. 이 안무를 좋아해요. 그 태영이 형 했던 안무 그거 알려달라고. 갑자기 왜 알려달라는 거야? 아무튼 난 일단 알려줬죠. 이렇게 태영 형이 안무 같은 거 되게 잘 따라하는 거 알죠? 그래서 빨리 땄어. 그러고 뭐 별 생각 없었어요. 그게 끝이었어. 근데 이제 무대 올라가서 무대 하고 있는데 태영 형이 또 올라와서 같이 추다 깜짝 놀래가지고. 아무튼 태영이 형 되게 고맙고 와줘서 너무 고마웠어요.
Holding me back no more. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they.
너 저기 세븐 안무 가르쳐주기 귀찮으니까 따 너가.
Each and every day, the past is where it stays, way back a year ago. knows, but I'ma choose what's right and take what comes and goes. And ain't no one in life holding me back no more. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays. Way back a year ago. Back a year ago.
위털비어 틀어달라고? 근데 있나? 여기 없구나.
Jungkook was in the lineup, but it didn't stand for the war, so it's finished. Thank you for waiting, everyone. Just V stands for the war today, not JK. It's done. Thank you, everyone.